back to Star Soap's channel. How are you today? I'm doing good. Today I'm going to have a go at Castile soap. That's right, pure olive oil soap. Nothing but olive oil in this soap. So it's one of those ones that people debate about. So I wanted to give it a go. Do you like my crazy hair? It's blonde with pink highlights. Come along with me and I'll show you how I make Castile Star Soaps. So I start off with a bowl full of pomace olive oil, nothing else, just pomace olive oil, and it is a lovely deep rich shade of green, this bottle of pomace olive oil that I got. So I am chuffed. Now I'm slowing things down so you guys can see that spiral of emulsification. I've got my olive oil at room temperature and I let my lye water cool right down as well, and everything would have been at about 20 degrees Celsius. So I put the stick blender in, give it a really good mix and bring it to trace. And now it's time for me to add some essential oils. I'm going to be adding cedarwood essential oil and lavender essential oil, just a little bit of each, and just to sort of give it a nice smell. I really loved how this blend came out. It doesn't smell very strong of lavender, but it does smell really nice and fresh and clean. I love essential oils and soaps. They are so good, and in this pure Castile soap I just thought it needed pure essential oils and nothing else. So I didn't even put mulberry silk in my lye for fear of, you know, muddying the Castile in any way. I wanted to keep it as pure of just olive oil and nothing else as I could. But I didn't really like the idea of it smelling yucky, which is what some people said the Castile soap did smell yucky, and I was like, I don't want it to smell yucky, so I went ahead and put the essential oils in. I mixed it to a medium trace. It's a bit thicker than I would normally pour at, because a lot of people were telling me that when they went to make their cold processed Castile soap that they ended up finding it actually didn't get thick for a long time, and they were actually mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing, waiting for it to come to trace, and it didn't do that for them. So I wanted to make sure I brought mine to a medium trace, and I did. I managed that. I was quite chuffed with it actually. The whole process seemed to go really well, and I didn't hit a lot of the problems that I was warned of. There is one thing I would do different in the future, and that is I would do a 50% water discount to try to reduce the curing time in some ways. And I probably might even hot process it, because then you'd only need to cure it for like 6 months instead of a whole year. But as it is, this soap is going up into the curing rack and it's going to sit there for a year. That's right, 1 year before it can be used. And the main reason for this is that olive oil soap can actually be it's kind of like snotty when you try to lather with it if it's not cured properly. So like you try to rub it in your hands and you get this like goop in your hands, and it's like soap snot. It is not cool. So I'm just using a little technique I learned from Auntie Clara here, and that's the inverted stamp technique, because I wanted to try and give it a little bit more of a bit of something creative and pizzazz on the top. It seemed really boring otherwise, and I didn't want that to be the case. So it sits overnight and we're back again the next afternoon to cut it. Again, a lot of people said that their Castile soap wouldn't harden up and it wouldn't come out of the mould, and it took like a week for it to get hard enough to come out of the mould. So I think by bringing mine to a medium trace, that's why I was able to unmold and cut the next day. So I'm really happy with that. I love how these soaps have turned out, and they do look a little bit sort of medium brown or like tan coloured here, but as they've cured away they've gone lighter and lighter until they're basically white now. I've been testing out lathering with the end slice because I just can't help myself, and it is still kind of lathering a bit snotty, and we're now 2 months down the track. So that's double the curing time that I would give to one of my regular cold processed soaps. They would usually be ready in about 1 month. This has now been curing for 2 months and it's still not ready. So if you want to do this project and you really want them for sale, bear in mind they won't be ready for a year, and that can be quite frustrating. I mean, I know that people who do canning and other things like that learn how to work ahead of time. They make sure they've always got enough and they make the next year's lot and they're all ready to go. But for me, I kind of want my soaps ready a bit earlier than a whole year. So here are the soaps in the curing rack. And here are some pictures of the wet soap. and I got hubby to take these, so they're a little bit artistic-y. So there's just the length of the mould, and here is a nice sort of bird's eye view of the soap in the mould. Absolutely gorgeous. And this week I would like to highlight Denise Lynn Caldera and her huge loaf of soap that she made and shared the picture in our group, Star Soaps Family, over on Facebook. I love to see the things that you guys create. They inspire me just as much as I hope I inspire you with my videos. So please do come over to join the group, Star Soaps Family on Facebook, and share your pictures with me because I love to see them and I want to highlight you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this Castile soap, and I will be sure to let you know in a future video how it performs when it is cured in a year's time. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe, become a member of our Star Soaps family, and feel the soapy love. I love you guys. Rock out. Bye.
Moving slow and steady, my heart is open.